I've bought on this GLK from an auction for a very good price. And my plan was simple, to fix it, enjoy it, and maybe sell it down the road for a little bit of a profit. But I didn't realize the amount of work this car needs. I fixed 27 items on this car, including the engine mounts, that take over 12 hours worth of work. Oh my god, I think it's spinning. Finally got it out! Yeah! In this garage on jack stands, not even on a lift. And my plan all along was to sell it at the end of the road. But the car is still not perfect. There's a few little things that we have to get done cosmetically to make this car look really good on Facebook Marketplace so we can get more people to come and check it out. In this video, we're going to finish all of those little things, finally put it up on the market, and hopefully it can sell quick. I hope. So it's been 2.5 months. So let's get started on a few of those little things, and we're gonna start with the cabin air filters. This is probably one of the most neglected jobs that ever gets done on a car. The easiest jobs ever, it's super cheap, and the air in the car is just so much better, so change your air filter, guys. Air filter is located right underneath there. It's located behind the panel that is secured with a few little screws. Once you remove the screws, you'll have access to it, and you can simply just slide it out just like that. And this is the old one. It's actually not awful, but it's definitely a few years old. And this is the one I bought. I actually bought a charcoal cleanser one, which should clean out the air a little bit better. And putting it back in is the exact same way as you took it out, just in the reverse order. And obviously you can't post the car on Facebook Marketplace without giving it a good wash. The paint of the car is something that always attracted me. It looks blue in the dark, but it looks purple when the sun is shining on it. These rims look so much better when I clean them up, but these hubcaps do not make it look good. So I bought some new ones from AliExpress. Honestly, this is my first ever time buying something from AliExpress because I was always skeptical about their quality. But this is really good quality, and it has like a nice cover and everything, so I only paid $13 for these, so this is a good upgrade for these. Preferably do not use screwdrivers for something like this because you can't scratch up the rims. Now we're gonna work on the license plate lighting. It's yellow right now, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I like blue much better, so let's change those up. Speaking of lighting, I don't know about you guys, but I always find it really difficult to find headlights or internal lights or any other lights for a car. And I'm personally really tired of not being able to see anything down the road, especially in the middle of the night. But there's one brand that fixes all of those issues, and that brand is Oxedo. Oxedo doesn't only sell front headlights, they sell all the interior lights, side lights, even side markers for any car or truck you have. And their lights are not just OEM lights. They last longer, they're brighter, and they install the exact same way as an OEM light, which is better. And the beauty about Oxedo is that they don't only sell lights, they sell a bunch of other things like car chargers, flashlights, and many other things on their website. And their website is so intuitive. You pick out the category that you want, the year, the make, and the model of the vehicle, and what type of light that you want, and it will show you all of the options they have. Because Christmas is right around the corner, they provided you guys at 15% off if you guys use the code AUTO15, or just click the link down in the description below. So if you guys want some excellent headlights or any types of other things for an excellent price with a 15% off, go down to the website below. They currently have a bunch of Christmas deals as well that you guys will definitely find attractive. Thanks, Oxedo. Oh, that looks so much better. It's such an easy upgrade. This literally took me 30 seconds. And you can probably up the price of the car by $50. So easy, cheap upgrade. Before we proceed with putting it up on the market, let's go and check out how much money we've actually put into this car. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. All right, the only thing that we did in this video were the hubcaps, paint, seat cover, and the lights. So let's add those to the tally. The total comes out to be $10,974.39, which I think is still pretty good. Unfortunately, I didn't have time left to fully polish the car like I wanted to and actually provided ceramic coating, but this will do. It will also protect the paint a little bit and make it look nicer in photos. And we're fully done the car. It's perfect. Let's take it on a test drive. Oh, this car feels so good now. Wow, it's like brand new. Guys, when I say that this car literally feels like brand new and it drives like new, it's because I feel it. Changing those engine mounts and transmission mounts changes the whole entire dynamic of the car. The car no longer shakes when it's idling, when you're at a stoplight. The brakes feel absolutely incredible, and there's no more squeaking coming from the engine because we changed the serpentine belt and we fixed all of the leaks. And I know that a lot of people say that this is simply a C350, just an SUV version of it, and I honestly don't see anything wrong with that. This car is really comfortable. The C350s are super reliable. They're pretty quick too, and you still get all of the Mercedes comfort features. But an SUV form with a 4MATIC and you're higher off the ground, what don't you like about that? Now, even though this car gave me a lot of problems, fixing this was not easy, especially in 2010. It seems like the newer the cars get, the less DIY they become. Because on my 2003 S-Class, honestly, that is a little bit easier to work on than this, minus the rust, obviously. And the comfort of the long drives is absolutely immeasurable with any other car. And this car doesn't even have air suspension. It's on springs, which makes it actually a little bit more reliable, because I know some people definitely hate air suspension on the cars, especially for long trips. And I was always under the assumption that there's nothing better than air suspension. But honestly, this car on springs proved me wrong. Now, you guys might be asking, what is my next step with this car? And my next step is simple. I'm going to sell it. I'm actually moving to Vancouver tomorrow. And I am selling this car in Calgary, and the winters here are really bad. We get 40 centimeters of snow, and this car performed excellently in the winter, so I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble selling it. So it's been 2.5 months since I put this car up for sale. I've had about 2 people come and check out the car, and unfortunately I have it priced way too high. When I have bought this car, which was about 6 to 7 months ago, the car market was actually really good for these. I could have sold this for about $14,000. During the time of me fixing all of these items and actually enjoying the car, these cars kind of plummeted, and they're below $10,000 now. It's a little below from what I've put into this car, which I don't really want to sell it for that low. But it's actually already October, and I have moved to Vancouver, and this car has been in Calgary for the past 2 months trying to sell. And I think I found a buyer in Vancouver. So let me tell you what happened while we drive over there. Once I had a lead, I booked my first flight to Calgary to go and pick up the car. This car rides so well, I don't even want to get rid of it. I know that the point of me driving it to Vancouver from Calgary is to sell it, but I absolutely love the way it drives, and all the fixes that I've done for it, it just drives flawlessly. We have made it halfway throughout the trip, and there is absolutely no problems with the car. It runs flawlessly, and it's actually really good on fuel. I'm getting 10.5 liters 100 kilometers, which for this type of SUV with a car full of things, I think it's actually really good. There is one catcher though. Because this car is actually registered in Alberta, which is in another province in Canada for the people that are in the US or the UK, I am driving this to another province, which is the British Columbia province, and that person needs to get an out-of-province inspection for the car to make sure that it's safe on the roads. I don't think there's going to be any issues with passing the out-of-province inspection, but they might find a few little things that I potentially missed, like suspension components. And before I could actually pass that inspection, I will need to fix everything before I can actually fulfill the sale of the car. So I'm taking a little bit of risk on myself on actually driving this all the way from Calgary to Vancouver. And I told them that I'm confident that this car will pass the out-of-province inspection, but we do have a contract that states, hey, if there's any problem with the car, he's going to take care of all the parts and I'm just going to do all the work for him. So I still think it's a really good deal. Now you guys are all up to speed. Let's drive this car to Vancouver and I will see you guys there. And as I said earlier, this drive was absolutely perfect. It was one of the most beautiful drives I've ever driven in my life. And the car was driving so smooth, I can barely even feel the speed. And that was my biggest problem. And I instantly started to pull over and brake, and that's when I realized how fast I was actually going. And let's just say it was way above the speed limit.
Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Not too bad, just a little quick there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my apologies.
Do you have your driver's license handy?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Vancouver. I'm actually moving there. I'm a student. I go to UBC.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have your insurance and stuff there?
Yeah. Here's my registration,
Yeah,
and my insurance is in the. I have a photo of it if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Back,
Yeah, for sure.
Find it. Appreciate it. 17th there.
This is just the temporary one. I'm waiting for the permanent one to go in the mail. Yeah, thank you. I just insured it.
Just the ticket for the speed here, though, okay? So how this works is you'll have until November 7th.
Okay.
There's just a website and a QR code on the bottom. It kind of just goes over some options on how you can deal with it, all right?
Okay.
But it is only 90 through the park here, so just try to slow down a little bit, okay?
Thank you so much, Will do.
I unfortunately did end up getting a ticket, but I didn't get towed, which is really important too, and I got the price of the ticket reduced when I went to court, which was really nice as well. And we have arrived to Vancouver. The car passed the outer province inspection, and it's officially a BC car, and it was time to say our goodbyes.
Time for a new project. That will be it for this video. Thank God I found a buyer for this car, which means that we can finally move on to some new projects. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. Please click that subscribe button. I'm trying to get monetized, which would really help me out with these types of projects. Promise you, the faster I get monetized, the more money I can be putting into YouTube so I can show you guys cooler and cooler projects. Thank you so much for watching once again. Have a good day and subscribe.
We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Motivation to youth only. Mentally feel like Kobe. I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you pushing 40.